And I have my beef stew. It's called Bourguignon.
We cannot pronounce it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on the screen now.
Beef Bourguignon.
Basically, it is a beef stew, a French beef stew. Yeah, so I had this last time we were here in France. Got some mashed potatoes over there. Oh, and we got some bread. And don't forget, fancy water.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Fancy.
pour my fancy water. Yeah.
Hello everyone and happy Saturday. Well, we have already started on this week's video. Just getting a little bit of the prep work done, things like that. We have a whole bunch of bacon cooking. And we're just letting that really slowly render down. We want to get all that bacon fat, and as well as we want to keep the bacon and get it all nice and super crispy for what we're making today. Now, as you saw in the little clip before, my friends Chris and Angel over at PTW allowed me to use some footage of their trip in Paris. And this is what Angel seemed to eat all the time, because not only did he eat it in that clip, he ate it on a previous trip that he did to Paris as well. So I figured today would be the perfect day. It's a little bit chilly outside. The sun is out, but still cool, for us to make Angel's favorite Parisian dish, and that is, unlike he couldn't say, beef bourguignon. So, as I said, today I'm really just doing some of the prep work. Just want to get that bacon done so it's ready, because that takes a while to cook down. If you're not sure how to render bacon, I did a previous video. We'll put a link to it eventually, somewhere on here. And you can watch how to render bacon. Believe it or not, it's still one of our most popular videos today. So I'm going to get back to this, and we'll see you either a bit later today, or we'll see you tomorrow when we finish this dish off. So till then, salut. Hello and welcome back. Well, it's Sunday now. We didn't get a lot of prep cooking done yesterday, but we did get the bacon done. We got a few other things, so it's not too bad. So today I just want to jump into it. I've already got my fry pan all hot and ready to go. So who is hungry? While this is a simple dish to assemble, it does take a little bit of time to cook, so let's not waste any more time. Let's have some fun and let's get cooking. So right off the bat, we're going to switch over to my fry pan, which you can see there. A little bit hot. What we're cooking in is the bacon drippings from yesterday. Oh, it never fails. Everything works until you press record, eh? So let's try this again. The camera's there. It's working fine. And is it working or not? Well, this is being really bad today. It never fails. It was working beautifully when I was doing my testing. And now that I'm saying record, it's being a total idiot. Hey everyone, it's me. Well, as you've seen with some of the clips so far, we've had some technical issues. And part of that issue, we lost some video of everything being prepared. Very, very sorry for that. What you did miss, as it left off, you saw I just started sauteing some onions. I added some baby carrots to that and just cooked it for 5 minutes, just till they barely start to soften. We took all that out in a fresh fry pan. Sorry, I've got a kitty at my feet. In a fresh fry pan, we sauteed some beef cubes, some stewing beef cubes, in some butter, just to get a bit of color on them. We took those out. From there, we added 1 carton of low sodium beef stock, and we deglazed all the little stuck bits to the bottom, from the bottom of the pan. Once that was done, we added 1 cup of red wine and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. And the tomato paste is there to add some richness and to help thicken things up just a little bit. It will thicken as it cooks. I'm really, really sorry about the video. Things are beyond my control today and it just blew up. So now we will resume our regularly scheduled video after I realized everything had stopped working. So enjoy the rest of this video, and again, I'm really sorry about the meat not cooking. I hope this is still recording. I don't know where it died. The computer shut off. It's one of these days. Here I am on the video I'm most excited for is the one that dies on me the most. So what we've done here, because I don't know what's recorded now and what hasn't recorded. We've sauteed some onions and carrots. We've cooked some meat. Just some stewing beef. We just put a little browning onto it. We cooked some bacon that you saw yesterday. I've added 1 liter of beef stock to our pan, about a cup of wine, and a tablespoon of tomato paste. So this is just going to come up to temperature now. And when I say come up to temperature, I just want it at a little simmer. I don't want a rolling boil. Now we will carefully add our meat back in. You don't want to do this quickly because you're just going to splash it all over. Dishes in the sink. And into the party goes once again our carrots and onions and whatever leftover bacon fat and juice has come out of everything. I'll just give this a little stir up. Make sure things are somewhat mixed up. So we're good there. Now, a little bit of seasoning. Nothing too crazy. And if I can open them. Why do they make these packs so no one can open them? Oh Lord. Scissors to the rescue. So we are going to add 2 bay leaves. In traditional French cooking, if you were doing this, you would be doing it with fresh herbs. But since we're cooking this for so long, we can use dry because it'll extract all the flavors. So 1 tablespoon of dried thyme. And finally, what they call, there we go, fine herbs, which is just a blend of seasoning. And there's going to be things like rosemary, tarragon, some lavender, and a bunch of other herbs. It will change depending on who's made it, but the base will normally be the same. And at this point, there's really nothing more to do other than let this cook down and simmer on the stove for, like I said, a good few hours. So now, come back to me. There we go. Hopefully, like I said, it's one of those days, and video just doesn't want to behave today for me. Hopefully, we have our footage. We're going to let this cook now for approximately 4 to 5 hours. We want that sauce to thicken up. We want the meat to break down. What we're going to do also is we'll make up some mashed potatoes to serve with this. But for now, this is just going to cook down for a while. We'll come back and check it in a few hours. But until then, there's not much else we can do. So I'm going to go have some coffee, relax, let this cook and keep checking on it. But we'll come back a bit later and we'll show you how everything's doing. So till then, we'll see you soon. Coming along, it's been about an hour. The meat is starting to get tender already. It looks so good, but that's great. That sauce still will continue to thicken up as it reduces. The wine flavor will get a little bit less. I know you might hear some meowing in the background. Even the cat wants some. I'm surprised the dog isn't here. And it's time to give our first little test. I know the camera is really zoomed in on the pan, but I don't want to move it because it's working right now. The flavor is really, really nice. It's nice. It's got a nice, rich beef flavor. The wine does come through, which is good. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt, just to help bring up some of the flavors a little bit more. You can taste those fine herbs, and the bay leaf is actually doing a nice little bit in there too. So far we're doing okay. An hour and a half or so now. The sauce has thickened up some more, which is good. We know it's doing what it's supposed to. I did add another cup of wine to this. In total, we are going to add 3 cups of wine, almost the whole bottle. But we don't want to do it all at once because we want to let those flavors reduce and build, and we want the wine to reduce and the flavors to intensify. And if we do it all at once, it's just going to be a little bit too overwhelming. At this point, I also want to add 3 big cloves of garlic that I have not chopped or anything. They're whole cloves. This way the flavor will be a lot more mild, and we don't want garlic to be a prominent flavor, but we do need it there. So we're just going to let those cook in. They're going to break down and pretty well soften and dissolve as this continues to cook, but that flavor will be very mild and not so intense in your face, so to speak. So we're going to let this keep going for now, and until the next wave of stuff to add, we will let this cook. We'll see you all then. Hello everyone, and we are back at last. As you can see, this is now all done. We are set. That sauce, gravy, I don't know what you want to how you want to call it, has just thickened up really nicely. It's just going to be so luscious. The garlic that we put in is just dissolving as I touch it, which is perfect. The carrots, everything are nice and soft. One thing we do want to do, we want to get rid of those bay leaf, because no matter how long you cook bay leaf, they never taste good. So we have that. All that bacon that you saw me cook before, because it's already cooked, and we really just want to add it a little bit more for the flavor, and the richness can now go in, and this will just get heated through from the heat of everything else in here. Just want to stir that in a little bit, and we are done. So this has been cooking now for around 4 hours, and just on super low heat. All I'm doing here is I'm crushing up those little garlic pieces that we put in before. So there we are. We're all set. The only thing left to do is we made some mashed potatoes earlier, which are nice and hot. Sorry, burning myself there as I handle it. And that is to get nice big serving. There we are. And, well, since French cooking wouldn't be French cooking without even more butter, we gotta get some butter on those mashed potatoes. So now we're going to, there we go, sorry about that, we had to reposition everything. So there we are. We have our beef bourguignon. I'll show this to you. There's fluffy mashed potatoes. The smell of the wine, the beef, all those fresh herbs that we put in. But get a little bit of everything there. You can see how hot it is. The steam is just rising off of this. But I hurt myself for your enjoyment. That wine has mellowed down a lot. It's still there. You can still taste it. You still know it's a wine sauce. But it's not like having a glass of wine. The meat is fall apart tender. With the mashed potatoes, because they're all nice and creamy and that butter melting into them. Have to eat my veggies. The vegetables, even though they've been cooking in there for like 4 hours, because it's been on such a low heat, they still actually have some texture to them. They're really good. Like I said, you can just see how that meat is just, whoop. It's so tender, it's falling apart right off the fork, but it's just dissolving. It's absolutely incredible. So, for a video that a lot of the cooking was missing, but I hope I explained the technique well enough to everyone. Let's turn that stove off. I really hope you'll give this a try. This is Paris in a bowl. This is exactly what you're going to get when you go to France, and it tastes so good. It's something you have to try. 20 minutes of getting everything ready, unfortunately of which most of you didn't see. The powers that be just didn't want it recorded. But I hope I showed you enough and explained enough that you'll be able to make this at home. Set it on your stove, let it cook, and enjoy. That is all I can say. It's something you have to try. Even if you're not a wine lover, give it a go. You'll love it, I promise you. There is nothing more comforting than a big beef bourguignon. So, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, or subscribe button, wherever it is. I don't know anymore, they keep moving it on us. But hit that subscribe button. If you're returning and you've already been to the channel before, hit that thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed this video. If you've tried this, leave me a comment. So, until next time, my name is Andrew. I am the 5 p.m. chef. And until next time, enjoy. Salut.